Welcome back, Incognito Podcast. TT,
PH,
JD.
yes, come on. It's the full gang today, so you know it's going to be another lit podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, road to 1K, like, comment, subscribe.
Run that up, man.
Got a lit giveaway for you guys at 1K, you don't want to miss out. So make sure you're plugged in, post notifications are turned on.
Come on.
But yeah, before I drop the topic, how's everyone feeling?
Oh, good, I guess, man.
It's coming home, innit? It's coming home.
It's coming home. Make sure you watch the game tonight, and you better be going for England.
That's what we're going to be tonight when it comes out, you know what I mean?
Don't get too gassed in it, that's all.
That's just too
So
smart
look,
for us.
Make
It's
sure
too smart for us.
Make sure
innit?
you watch the final, yeah? Because it's coming out on Sunday,
Trust
right?
me, bro.
So you're going to come out
And if-
on Sunday?
If you're not supporting England, you get deported.
England's probably gassed
Okay, it's
right
coming
now.
out Sunday.
Saturday, bro.
Tomorrow, make sure you watch the final where England are going to smoke
Come,
Italy, you know what I
come,
mean?
bro. Easy.
When's the final?
Sunday.
Shit, then.
Yeah.
No,
I
Saturday,
don't think.
Saturday.
No, the final Sunday still. And I don't think France will be playing. I don't think so.
Bro, I'm trying to throw some
Yeah, I
shade.
think they
We're
got-
not going to
knocked
get
out
into
two
that.
rounds
today.
ago.
It's cool. We're full. Like, us having the World Cup 4 years ago, kind of.
Yeah.
Made us kind of fool, and we've got something to digest still.
But JD, what you
And
saying?
we'll probably
Bit of
win
quiet.
the World Cup next year anyway, so.
Yeah.
We'll let you man have this one, innit?
All I'm saying, PH, you live in England, but you're not in France.
Bro, sharing is carrying.
Right.
Sharing is
You're
carrying,
in
innit?
England right now.
We had to let you man eat.
I'm
as
saying,
well.
let-
JD, what you saying though? You gonna mess with the people?
It's coming home, mate.
Coming, bro.
He is coming home.
Coming home.
If Foden is on
Get
the
your
bench,
jerseys ready and all that.
if Foden is on the bench, he's coming home.
Let's not start this.
Yeah. We're not doing that today. We're not doing a football debate today.
Man,
You
I'm
get?
right.
But yeah, so the topic for today is, can you succeed without an ego? And also, what's the difference between being cocky and charismatic?
Which one should we start with then?
That's the first one.
Can you succeed without an ego?
Let's go this
I
way.
think everyone has an ego, innit? Like,
Facts.
whether your ego's too big or not, it's just having self-esteem, innit?
Yeah, I feel like you should have an ego.
Everyone has an ego, you know what I mean?
100.
But when your ego reaches to a certain point where it's when it's
Narcissist.
now it's all about yourself and shit, then that's a bit too much.
But don't you think, yeah, for certain people that have ego, like high self-esteem, a low self-esteem person will see them as a narcissist regardless though.
Not necessarily.
Because-
Nah, not necessarily. You know?
That's how I kind of see
Because-
sometimes, man.
Like, you can have the ego without being cocky, and you can believe in yourself and feel confident without making it all be about just yourself, innit? Do you get me? You don't have to, like, being confident doesn't mean you're selfish or you look down on other people and you
Confidence
think
and
you're
cocky
better than
is
people,
completely
innit?
different.
Yeah. Cocky is when you think you're better than people. innit?
Alright, cool. So where will you man place Floyd in terms of when he?
I think he's confident,
correct?
extremely confident. He has the right to be confident.
Yeah.
50 and all, you know what I
I
mean?
say he's confident as well.
Especially if your work backs it up.
I've never heard
Facts.
him like put down anyone. I've never heard
That's what
him
I'm saying though. But
like,
certain
criticize
people,
anyone. People, like, most of the time, people are the ones that criticize him. So
Exactly,
of course,
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
got to be confident in it. If he wasn't, then bro, come on, with all the critics he's gotten like during his career, he would have been
I
down
think it's-
a long
Facts.
time.
No, what I'm
He
saying
has to act like
is,
that anyways. That's how he sells the fights. How do you think he
Money
gets
made.
100 million per fight? Whatever?
no, it makes sense.
He has
What
to
I'm
sell-
saying is though, the mass public that have low self-esteem would see it like he's a narcissist. I'm pretty sure some people are saying he's a narcissist, even though you are seeing
People that
you are
think,
seeing
No,
it
but
like,
people that
sometimes-
think that they're just haters.
No, but to an extent they're correct. But sometimes he seems too shallow. The way he talks about jewelry, cars, like the way if I was like, outside,
Alright, cool, let's
and
take
I didn't
it.
know MayWeather,
Yeah.
all I see him talk about is look at my cars, look at my jewelry.
Yeah,
look at my,
but the
Alright,
thing
cool,
is,
let's
He's
not.
materialistic.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
It's more to life
Let's
than
facts.
shit, you know.
But let's separate the materialist from his career now,
But we're not
because
talking about
him
his
going.
career. We're talking about how
I'm
he-
talking about-
yes. What you just said about that is the difference between being cocky and bragging.
Yeah.
He brags about the something that he has.
No,
There's
but
nothing
no,
wrong with that.
but it'll see, I'm saying to someone who doesn't know Floyd, someone looking like,
But
if I don't know
most
boxing.
people
Yeah,
don't
but
know
see,
him.
he can't live his life
But
based on
someone
someone.
doesn't know boxing, you know what I mean? From outside looking in, all you see him talk about is, look at my chains.
Yeah,
look
you
at
could
my car.
easily think.
No, the
that.
thing
Like
is
this,
though-
it's like it seems too shallow. Like all he ever talks about is
Materialistic.
Like what
Yeah.
he has. Okay, like for example, when he goes on these podcasts and talks about his investments, that's good. That stuff like that, yeah.
Oh, like real estate.
8 figures in this. Okay, that's good because that's something you can learn on. But just talking about what you have and just boasting every time. It's just
No, the
it's
thing
so
is,
shallow.
well, see, a high take, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So if, let's say right now, I don't have all these watches, Lamborghinis and stuff, but if I make it, me talking about Lamborghini and stuff is actually kind of helping people because I had nothing before. Floyd never had all this
It's
stuff.
motivation.
You understand? He never had all these chains and stuff. People trying to get someone, right? You have to realize.
You know what, okay,
there's
you know-
some people that look up to Floyd, yeah? What he does, you understand? Some people look at his lifestyle, not his boxing stuff. His lifestyle, he came from nothing, you understand? All this investment stuff is good, it's important, but some people are like,
Okay,
"No,
so
I'm-"
okay, if he came from nothing, shouldn't he feel the connect? Like he was there already. So why are you?
But that's not
Stunning
his,
your own-
that's not his reality though.
Huh? Exactly, but you should
You
know
can't-
how it is. You know what I mean? I feel
One
like-
second.
you know when you said this confidence.
One second. Hello?
Boy, put your phone in airplane mode.
Okay, bro. Yeah, this is going in right now.
I'm on, mate.
I was gonna say is you know how you were saying us motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know the phrase where people say, when they say they stunt their shit, look at my cars, look at my race. Don't worry, this is only for motivational purposes.
Yeah.
I think people are just using that as a phrase,
As an
just
excuse,
as an
innit?
excuse to stunt.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm seeing it a lot.
Facts.
And they stunt their watches, their chains. Oh no.
Because
it's
really and
so
truly,
good.
you know how people are in general.
Exactly,
And,
like-
most people are gonna feel envious about what you have.
But that's their issue. That's a
motivated, innit?
personal
Nah,
issue.
heck, no, what I'm saying, but
No,
them
if
saying
you-
it's for
yeah,
motivation. That's
exactly.
not true.
It's not about
They're doing it to stunt. Like,
it's
it's
not about
facts.
it
It's
being
facts.
their issue or not, bro. If really his intention is to motivate people,
Tell them
he
how
should-
to get.
Exactly. He should also know that that's not gonna motivate majority of his
Yeah.
audience, innit? It's rather gonna create hate or, like I just said,
Like,
make
how is
people
you
more
showing a
envious, innit?
200k watch gonna motivate me?
No. You know what? I'm not saying motivation.
No.
I'm just saying in a way, son. He has every right to show whatever he has.
He does, but
Yeah, but the thing is,
there's
though,
a balance.
I
There's a
can't-
balance.
I can't just because obviously let's say let's say right now, like my perfect example, let's say I don't have a Lambo Rose,
Yeah.
right? If I get a Rose, right? Obviously I'm gonna show you because
It's not
I
even
never
like,
had it.
all you post is it gonna be just a rose. No, it's not. It's gonna be different stuff in it.
Yeah, but because
course, that's
there's nothing wrong
No,
with
but
doing
MayWeather
that.
is always showing the
That's
same
all he
things
does,
over and
literally.
over.
That's
Oh,
all
so
he
you're saying
does.
because he keeps on showing the same
That's
thing?
it.
All day,
balance,
every day,
like-
like, it's always money, it's always cars, it's always jewelry.
Like, if you
Okay,
actually
fair
care
enough,
about
see,
faith,
That's his life, innit?
look, if you
Yeah,
actually-
it's his lifestyle.
I'm
There's
not
nothing
saying
wrong
it's
with
not.
being
I'm
blessed.
not saying it's not, but
What I'm saying is, I feel like perception is key in it. I mean, perspective is key because it's kind of like, you know, even away from Floyd, innit? If I'm online and I see a Richard Mille or a skeleton AP, I see that as motivation.
that's different though.
Someone as well could see that as hating though. They could be
How would
like,
that
oh,
be hating? Because when you
Yeah,
see a Richard
because
Mille,
you're just seeing the object.
it's literally from AD selling it, from like a dealer selling it, or
You're
someone
not
talking
seeing-
about
yeah.
it.
Well, even when I see like what Jay-Z wearing one,
Yeah.
I see it as motivation. Like, damn, this
Okay,
is
but
sick.
that's the
So-
difference. But you see it from another page. You don't see it from Jay-Z posting it, do you? Do you? No, you don't. He doesn't. have
Even if
social
I
media.
did, to be fair, I'll still see it as motivation. though. I wouldn't hate though.
That's
That's
you.
what I'm saying. It's everyone's perspective though.
No, but
That
the
you can't
majority-
control
the majority-
how people perceive
If you
it.
look at
Whether it's-
Floyd, whenever you hear about him, when do you hear about him?
When
When do
you
you
hear
ever? Huh? No, like when do you ever hear stuff about him? When he's boasting, right?
Yeah,
when he's buying something
When he's
expensive.
buying something.
yeah.
I mean, isn't like.
Let me ask you a question. You love little baby, right?
Yeah.
So you think little baby
I
going to
love
ice?
baby. Shut up. Listen,
Cool.
it's a good number. Yeah.
So little baby going to ice sports every single time and getting all the change. You think that's right or not?
Exactly. One certain people.
Because he
That's
did the
not
same
his
thing.
thing.
Because he
Wait,
did.
no,
Yeah,
hang on,
but
hang on.
now
No,
it's
wait, hang
music.
on, hang on. Is that his thingy? Is that on his platform?
He keep on posting on his social media on Instagram. He's on icebox chain, all these nice chairs and stuff.
Exactly.
He keeps
Oh,
doing that
really?
consistently.
Can he control how people perceive him?
That's what I'm saying. You can't control what people tell. Because if I want to flex, I can't because someone doesn't want me to flex. That's them. Whatever they say is them. But if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Whether I be consistent or
Wait,
not.
but I'm saying, okay, when do you ever see like little babies like, oh, look at all my cars, look at blah blah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he doesn't do cars. That's okay. Yesterday, last week he posted his collection of cars in the museum.
I don't watch.
And that's what I'm saying.
these rappers that day.
The thing
But
is,
he
what I'm
bought a
saying.
museum with his
Okay,
quotes,
but even him-
with his quotes from his songs.
Okay, he's the same thing then. He's the same shit.
Yeah, but him doing that is something. He came from the streets. You understand? He had nothing before. He's showing his blessing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well,
Me personally, I see it as motivation.
I find it even worse.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit.
No.
As someone's, I'm happy because
But
he's
isn't that
blessed.
even worse?
Trust me.
If you've come from that, you should feel the connect. You should know, like, I'm telling you the same. You know when these street niggas, when they see someone make it out of the hood and you see someone come, they stun on me, of course it's going to make you envious.
Yeah.
No,
Bro,
that's
how-
a crazy mindset.
No.
If I'm in the trenches and I see someone that was in the trenches,
Why do you
but
think
not
all these,
successful,
wait, why do you think all these
that
rappers when they
motivate
come
me,
back to the
bro.
ends, why do you think they get robbed?
Exactly.
Why do you think?
because crabs in a bucket, innit?
No, I said,
Be
no,
honest with
No,
yourself.
everyone-
man. It's
okay.
human nature to be
Nah,
average.
bro.
No,
I'm built different, innit?
No, well, you have to look
No.
at it from perspective, as you said, the
Exactly.
perspectives. You have to look at it from
Don't just see it
perspectives.
from your perspective.
Look at it from his
What I'm
perspective.
saying
Wait,
is,
look,
what I'm saying
Wait, hang on,
is,
hang on.
Majority
We're all
people.
together.
Let's finish.
Say we're all together, yeah? We're all grinding together, whatever, doing street shit.
Yeah,
And then one of us blows,
yeah.
and he's doing his music shit, and like he kind of forgets about us. Now he's starting his watches, cars, blah 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 blah. Doesn't come back to the hood, but in his music claims he's still right. You know what I mean? Obviously, when he comes,
Okay, yeah, that's a bit mad.
exactly. That's how it is. That's how it
No,
is.
no,
But that's
No,
different. That's
you know
different
what I'm
from me
saying?
now blowing up and you're posting a Richard Mill, and then I'm not hating on you because you're posting a Richard Mill.
No, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, but the majority of the time it's like that. It's when these rappers now, whatever, elevate and they leave the hood, they still saying in their music, and they're rapping their ends, and then when they come back to the
Yeah, they play themselves, innit? What?
Bro,
I'm
regardless,
just talking about
we're
general.
moving away from the actual question, which was, is it good to have an ego?
No, can you succeed without ego?
Can you succeed without the ego?
Yeah.
And
100%.
I think everyone has an ego anyway. It's like
some people,
whether it's a large or small ego, you have an ego.
You need to have an ego,
Exactly.
like you need to have some self-esteem.
Yeah,
But
you know, ego.
there's a difference between confidence and cocky, innit? It's like the same thing.
what's the definition of ego, first of all?
No, ego is basically composed.
Let's look at
having a
it.
self-
It's composed of like self-esteem,
Self-esteem.
self-respect.
Because the way I see ego is just your like,
Self-esteem, right?
Yeah,
No, so a
self-esteem.
person's sense of self-esteem and of self-importance.
Yeah, self-importance, self-esteem, self-respect.
Everyone has self-importance.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we all want to
I'd
be
like to
good.
imagine everyone has self-importance, innit? But
Facts.
just the level you have it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. The ego is sense of self-esteem, innit?
Yeah, self-importance and self-esteem.
So everyone has it to a certain extent, innit?
Exactly, yeah.
Just that people have more ego than other people, innit? But yeah, I think you definitely you need it to succeed, innit? Because otherwise you're just gonna probably be complacent, innit? You're not gonna try to improve your life or get more for yourself, innit?
But it
Because you
depends
don't
what
really.
success, the person's definition of success, innit?
That's a good point. On the sidetrack as well, like you guys, like as you said, the different definitions for ego. Let us know what yours is in the comments. But yeah.
But at the same
So it's
time,
about
having too much of an ego can also be a hindrance to success. You know what I mean? You know how,
You give examples.
like for example, say, I don't know,
Yes.
say if I'm running my business, for example, and I'm having trouble with one area, and I'm not trying to, you know how normally people with a big
Ask for
ego,
help.
they don't ask for help. They try to do everything themselves. That can mess up your business. Just from one little
Yeah,
aspect.
you're gonna end up self-destructive because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, you need
100%.
people in life, innit? You get me? And most of the time, egoistic people like think that they're the best at everything, innit? To the point where even when someone that is more knowledgeable than them gives them
You
advice,
don't want to hear it.
they don't want to hear it because they think that their knowledge is.
No, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's spiritual complex.
Simply, yeah.
Yeah, they feel like
That
that's
happens a
spiritual.
lot, but like even if you use the example of young people, and like when the oldest are telling you stuff, you might not exactly listen straight away. Like, what does he know? But then later on in life, you realize you're speaking facts.
So I'm saying.
But yeah, for me, I think personally, you can't succeed without ego. Like for example, if you're in a career or something, you have to think you're the best. Even if you're in that process of being the best, you have to tell yourself and say like, you are the best and work towards it and create it. So yeah, man, I feel like you can't succeed without it, fam. Like, what's it called?
You gotta have a
Is
mixture
it
of both.
affirmations or stuff?
You gotta have
You
ego.
gotta speak things out.
You gotta have ego, but you gotta be humble as well. So you get what I mean? Not too humble.
How do you do both?
I think when you're too humble is when you lack ego to a certain extent. I
Not
think
necessarily.
Not necessarily, no.
Nah.
No.
Humble is like, you can be extremely successful being humble, but humble is like reserved.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
you're not gonna be like,
that's what I'm saying.
the
Like,
joy.
it's two extremes. There's either you're too
I don't think there's something
egotistic
that's
or you're
too humble. I don't think there's too humble. I understand. I think I know what you're trying to say. You know how when you're too
Humble is like N'Golo Kante.
when you're like
But when you're too humble, you put everyone before you, innit?
Oh,
it's not really
Sadio
humble,
Mane.
it's not humble though. Humble just like I think it's normal to be
Humble, you never talk your shit, innit?
like to put yourself.
You're
first.
reserved.
That's the definition of humble.
Yeah, you're reserved.
You're
to love.
reserved. You just like cool, collected. You just like you don't be like being humble. Just you don't let anything. Obviously, you know, like all this flashy stuff. I'm just a flashy.
Yeah, you don't
body.
post that.
You don't. Like, exactly. You don't want to. Even though you have the
You
power to
don't
get
brag,
them.
You don't really brag.
Yeah, you have. Even though you have the power to get them,
Nah, it's
but you
deeper
don't
than
want
that,
to.
though. Yeah, it is that, but it's deeper than that.
I get what you mean. Like if you're too like not reserved, but if you're too
Read it out. Read it out.
like you let people run over you basically, walk all over you.
Definition of humble, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's importance. So that's what I'm saying. That's the opposite of ego. Because you said ego was having a sense of self.
Yeah.
Exactly, and this one is having a low estimate of one's importance.
Yeah, so putting people.
That's literally the opposite of that the definition you had earlier. Innit?
Yeah.
So what I was saying is humility is the other end of having ego. Innit?
Yeah.
When you're too humble, it's basically the opposite extreme of having too much
No,
ego. Innit?
I feel like you can have both ego and being humble as well.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
might both said that. You need
both
to-
You need both there,
to be balanced, innit?
if
Not
you-
too much of either, but
because one of the
thing
things
is, yeah,
one of the
man both
things,
said it. You need to like explain it.
because one of the things of I believe one of the things, if you have ego, you have self-respect. That self-respect is inclusive if you have ego. Correct.
That's
Yeah, is it? Now, if you have self-respect, that means you respect every single person in. So,
not necessarily.
Well,
you have self-respect.
let's lose self-esteem, not
okay.
self-respect.
No, because there's some, self-esteem
No,
and self-respect is
definition
two
is
different things.
Self-importance and self-esteem.
Alright.
Having a
no
high
respect,
self-importance and
no
self-esteem.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but if you respect yourself, isn't that say, can you just reciprocate and give the same back to someone else?
Not really.
No.
I can respect myself. Like
not respect that. That's someone
Exactly.
else.
Trust me.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I think you're trying to say esteem, not self-respect.
Yeah, because ego's got nothing to do with self-respect. Like
Yeah.
some people
It's-
No, but I'm
have
saying,
great ego, but they still like do
Exactly.
things
Exactly.
which causes you to like someone to say that
Well,
person
they have
has
a-
No,
this,
'cause-
yeah, we
no,
do touch on.
I'm not saying ego has to be something self-respect. That's not true. But I'm saying because ego is like they sign things that are inclusive. If I'm correct, they're actually in there with ego. Ego is a big thing. They sign things like self-esteem is one of them. Self-importance is one of them. I'm pretty sure even self-respect. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Nah, because look, you could have a big ego and still take drugs. That's the best way to put it, fam. When you take drugs, you're not respecting your body, innit? Technically, so yeah, it's two completely different things, innit? But I hear what you're saying, innit? When you have a big ego, obviously, you don't want to let anyone disrespect you. You don't want to let anyone.
what's the difference between having big ego and low and small one?
So I'm saying, it's ego
Small
or
ego,
you're
just
too humble.
innit?
You're too humble. You have a low sense of
Modest.
self-esteem, innit?
So it's big.
You don't value your.
You never talk your shit. You
So-
never like.
It's big ego
Speak
being
up
like
yourself.
overconfidence.
Yeah.
What's wrong with being overconfident?
Over self-esteem.
Exactly.
You have more self-esteem in it, so you
If
think.
you're overconfident, that means you're 100%, like you're over 100% not sure of yourself.
So when you're
Yeah.
when you have a big ego, you love yourself so much that you think you're more important than you think the world revolves around you.
Not really. In the
When you're too humble, everyone else is more important than you.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what it is.
You believe in yourself, right? You're over 100% sure you're overconfident. Okay, let's say S.
Of course.
S in our team right now, like, hardest midfield, right? You believe over 100%, be like S is in our team and the currently is overconfidence, right? Same as you're on the wing. You can have a big ego because I'm good at that position. That doesn't make you like better. That doesn't make you better. Anyway. You just believe in yourself. That
No, we're
you're
not saying
good
it
at that
does.
position.
We're not
yeah.
saying it does, but if you have a big ego, you're gonna think that you're the best, even though you're not.
At that same position doesn't mean I'm better than anyone else unless we're crazy. Just because at the end of the day, I can have a big ego, but if I still have room to learn, because big ego, I'm not saying it's like, because now you're confusing between, you try to put like overconfidence and cocky. Being cocky, you don't want to learn. That means I'm best, that we said before. I'm saying big ego in the sense that I'm overconfidence on myself. It doesn't mean that I'm better or I'm the best.
Yes,
I
that's
believe,
so-
and that's the things that I'm doing at the
But
moment.
that's like somewhere in between That's like. How can I say?
I'm trying to say
That's
someone.
a good level of ego.
Yeah.
A good level of ego.
But we're talking about the extreme, innit?
Extreme, man. It's like
Oh, it's
extreme.
okay, no,
Because
no,
you
yeah.
said you can be humble and have an ego, so explain that to me. Like,
Yeah, so if you have a good balance, a good level of both sides, you're gonna feel confident about who you are. You're gonna have a good level of self-esteem, so you're gonna love yourself and like have the abilities to back yourself when things go wrong, innit? Because you love yourself to a certain extent, innit? But at the same time, you won't think that you're better than everyone else, innit? You get me? And you like when someone advises you or gives you some constructive criticism, you're gonna listen and you're gonna self-analyze, innit? You get me? You don't think you're the best. Whereas someone who's overconfident and too egotistical, if that's how you say it, is gonna love themselves so much and think they're so much better than everyone else that even if someone better than them advises them, they're gonna just disregard the advice and do what they think is right.
I hear what you're saying.
So yeah, man.
So, what? So, in your take, can you succeed with an ego or not?
Yeah.
Without an ego?
We
No,
do.
with that one, I don't think so. Unless God helps
With-
you.
Yeah, we 100%.
Same with me.
Yeah, you need it. Unless really God, like, because when you look, I don't want to make this religious in it, but like when you look at stories in the Bible and stuff, there were people that were extremely humble, innit? Like Moses, for example. He was extremely humble, and obviously in the real world, someone like that may not succeed in it. He may never lead anyone because he's too humble, innit? And to lead people, you need some kind of ego, innit? In a way, do you get me? Yet he leaded Israel, innit? You get me? Which was
But that was the real one.
That's the thing, though.
that was what?
You shouldn't
That was
use
the real
you
one,
shouldn't
man.
use biblical examples.
Yes, yeah, it was the real one,
Yeah.
but in this case, God's the one that uplifted him, innit? It's not.
God was with him, innit? That's
Yeah.
what I was able to do. But we shouldn't really use the examples because not everyone
Yeah.
relate to them. But yeah, can you
That's
succeed
why I
without
give some
ego or
context
not?
for them to
You need
understand.
You need the ego to succeed. Yeah,
Sure.
you do need the ego to succeed. Yeah.
Sure, man. There's not even a choice.
But yeah, man.
Well, yeah, you guys let us know what's your thoughts, what's your own definition of an ego or being humble. Can you succeed with an ego or not? Let us know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on to 1K. Stay posted.
Run it up.
Let's go.